Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina...
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Tonight we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Oakland Raiders.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, team. Gonna be a long day.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 14 carries, 70 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
a 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Yeah, and he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Newton, and this is going to be incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they catch? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton now to throw. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Torrey Smith. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
6-18.
From the gun, Carr. Oh, he's going to air it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That one complete to Yeldon. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Let's get it. Ready. Watch the screen.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Max Crosby make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they've been moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Here we go. Now,
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Break down. 185. Right down. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off. Express. SOS.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
The touchdown was scored by the runner. For the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 12, Newton, he finds Yeldon. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. On 1st down, it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vincent Mayoa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Newton. And he's going to go down again. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's the backup Greer. He's going to loft one. And that's caught inside the 35. Might want to remember that 3rd down play. 37 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kick's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. K'Wan Short. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Greer nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Greer. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
Holding defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. It's first.
From the gun, it's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Haywood! Express!
Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now it's Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Tyrell Williams heading back out on the field now. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. 25 yards that time. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
29.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter with his man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
93.
From the gun, Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He has been on his A game. We're in the 3rd quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
Now, he's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. Now they try the right side here. And some space here. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, 734. 57 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of the tent.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant. And the pressure gets to him again. Max Crosby in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Greer. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 618.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him.
That's it, baby. We got worse. A gain on the play. Down. 180. The Raider 54 down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, here's Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returning here is Wright. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
To throw again. Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Greer. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing on 3rd and long. Greer, blitz coming, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Carr now on first down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to touch.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. After the sack on first down, Greer looking left side. That's caught by Moore. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
He's going to fire one deep over the... Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
93. 57.
Carr going to look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
7:34.
From the gun, Carr. It's complete to Jones. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Carr is going to fire, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this fight? And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Greer. And this one complete to Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. It's caught. Smith. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled,